Hello, this is Oksana Boychenko with you here today, and I have another gem for you. So this wonderful, incredible girl, her name is Tatiana. She's originally from Moscow, and now she is in Miami, Florida. Tatiana, she is a participant of our Dominican Republic Tour and participant of our California Love Tour. And this girl, she is so ready to give all her love to that special man in her life. And Tatiana, she is the person who has a really astronomical amount of love in her heart. So you really want to hear her story and how her life been here in the United States and the things that she went through. Because the type of things that she went through, as hard as they are, it made her who she is today. And here she is, the girl who is actually model with a model looks. She's a swimsuit model being invited to be taken on the pictures for the swimsuit magazines. But look at her soul, look at her heart, look at her beauty, like the inside beauty and who she is. So let me introduce you, Tanya. All right, we have a model with us here today, Tatiana. So you are all the way, you actually used to be a model, right? You have these perfect measurements of like top, the waist, and the hips, like what you are passing for the model looks, right? Did you work as a model in Russia?
Yes, I did, and I still do sometimes.
You still do work as a model, like a swimsuit model in Miami, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so you're having the contracts from from time to time, but besides just your beauty and model looks, you really have like all of the qualities that any man is looking for. You used to be a really successful businesswoman. When I was talking with you, your life is almost like consists of like 3 stages, like the life back in Moscow, a successful business person, very active person, creator of beauty salon with like 8 different cabinets, right? The doctors working for you and everything else. Then you relocated to United States. How many years have you been in the United States actually, total?
Right now it's going to be 4 years.
4 years. So you came here to the United States without a word of English, zero.
Yes.
Zero English. Yeah. Following your dream to to have a family, right? So you sold the business in Moscow. You came here, had a family, actually, been married. So that is like the second stage of your life where you had to learn just so many things, right?
Yes.
Starting with a zero English, learning new culture, but I'm not talking about American even culture. That is just totally different culture, Indian culture, correct?
Yes, that's true.
Yes. Yeah. And so becoming basically a mom to 2 kids that were not your own, but you gave them all of the love, all of the care, everything that you possibly could, right?
Yes.
Yes. And here you are back in search for that special someone, and I really, you are a brilliant girl, a successful business person, changing your life, turning it from really upside down, like selling your business, selling everything that you had back in Moscow, everything that you accomplished, coming here to this new country to absolutely nothing, basically, starting everything from, from ground up.
No, I have one thing. I had love.
You had love. You had love. That is absolutely important. How many years did it take you to actually start learning English? I mean, I understand that it is not easy when you don't speak a word of English, right? How many years did it take you to learn English?
Oksana, do you know I am still learning English? But anyway, when I came in US, it was, I cannot say it's so difficult, no, but I always try learn every day. First time because my ex-husband doesn't know Russian. So anyway, step by step. And I went my English class, but anyway, in that class, I have just a little bit practice. Why? Because right now I live in Miami, and my old class was Spanish people. So my practice, yes, my practice was only at home. So, but
Okay.
anyway, and I read, I'm listening, I'm watching movies. So it's
So your
it
English is
was
perfect. You carry the conversation now without any problems at all. That is fantastic. That is
thank
fantastic.
you.
So
Thank you.
listen, you mentioned Spanish. So did you learn some Spanish as well, or just focused on English?
No,
Okay.
no, Oksana. Why? Because my family, everybody speak English, and English is really important language for me. Why? Because I am still think so. English, this is best beautiful English in the world.
I
And
agree with you.
yes, and
Yeah.
second things, just because English international language, and so
Yeah.
my ex-husband speaking only English,
Yeah,
so
and
I
your
have to do.
yeah, and the kids that you were raising, his kids, they spoke English as well, right?
Yes,
Yes. So
yes.
it is, let me just briefly explain kind of what happened in your family. So I don't want anybody to get wrong idea about you, because you are very loyal and person. You are loyal to the family. You are loyal to, like, no matter the circumstance, you are loyal. You are very faithful and very loyal. So basically, Tanya, she was in the Indian culture, and with the Indian culture, basically the mothers are the ones who are kind of controlling the family, right? So you were put in the situation living with the family. So your ex-husband, now he had two kids, which you became a mom to, and his mom lived there as well. Where your husband, he took a contract to work overseas for 2 years. So here you are under the pressure of very controlling
That's
Indian
true.
woman, a very
That's true.
controlling
Yes.
Indian woman, being a mom to the two kids and trying to figure out still, like, life here in United States, right?
Yes.
So but you stayed loyal for several years to this whole situation, although it was lots of pressure. But it really came the point where you addressed with your ex-husband now, like, let's make a choice. Can we actually live separate and have a separate life? Your mom, I respect her and everything as much as a, difficult person that she is, and she was very, very sick, and you also took care of her, right? But there is ways. I mean, it is our family, let's start living life separate. And I guess it is not really what is engraved in those type of cultures. It's like everybody lives with the families. And it was to the point that you either would lose your mind, completely would end up in a mental institution, right?
That's true.
Living by under this pressure. And you are the one who had to carry to keep the household, because your ex-husband was working overseas. He
Yes.
was showing up, a few times a year, just kind of say hi and bye. And here you are trying to figure it out.
Yes.
So, but basically, he said, like, this is how it is in our culture, and this is what it is going to be. And
Yes.
you had to make a choice to either end up in a really bad place in a mental institution because it was intolerable situation. And I understand that the kids, you really became very, very close with them. So this is fantastic. This is fantastic. And what really amazes me about you, that you are open to, if your new family, your new man, if he does have child, you are open to give all that love and care that you have in your heart, to not only to your man but to his child as well.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
And you have a really, really beautiful, beautiful, loyal, fantastic heart. And of course, I mean, I'm not even talking about your beauty, because it goes without saying. I mean, you are a model. You are quite. You are tall. You are in a perfect shape. You are keeping yourself that way. And of course, I mean, you would not be hired to work as as a swimsuit model if you didn't really have the goods, right? So I
Yeah.
mean, pretty easy.
Yeah.
So now you are really in a perfect place for starting a new chapter in your life, because you really don't have roots very deep in the ground, so to speak, because you are very open to relocating to a different state.
Yes.
And you are just starting your life. So you got a new job, you started your life, actually start doing everything yourself, right? So I
Yes.
understand. I understand that actually, a couple of years ago, you were trying to pass also the real estate license, right? To get the real estate license. But back then you didn't have enough English knowledge to pass. This is the only thing that you didn't pass, but you are planning to apply
Yes.
now and get a real estate license. So let's talk about the real estate, real estate business. You really, when I spoke with you, you spoke really so passionate about that, and you actually do have a background, educational background that would be helpful for that too, right?
Yes, yes, yes. I really love it, real estate. Why? Because first time I like to talk with any people because I know many people have different country, culture. It's like make me interesting. Why? Because and the second time I love it sell it because real estate is really I cannot say about, I don't mean right now about money, but this is money too. So
Absolutely.
anyway, yes. So anyway, I like it. This is business. Why? Because this is going to be my business. I'm owner. I can create so many things. My dream. So I love it. I love it. This business. I love it. Yes.
So you also interior designer and you landscape designer as well.
Yes.
So that is your
I
that
do.
is your that is your education. So of course your skills and knowledge will come really handy when you even need to stage the house or really decorate things or make it really appealing to the buyer. You know, so
Yes.
you have really fantastic assets, and of course your personality. You know, doing all these things in sales and everything. You know, working with the clients that goes also without saying because you get along with people so easily, right? Yeah, you like step in and kind of get things going. So that is definitely going to be the perfect field for you. So you're planning to pass for a real estate license, get a real estate license, and I would say let's wait until you relocate because you might end up in a different state. Okay, you might end up not in Florida but in a different state, and of course you would need to pass the license to get the license already in that state, and everybody have the different licenses. So but you are right now in sales. You are working at the
Yes.
store, right? You're working in the store with the customers and everything, so you are in sales regardless.
Yes.
So
Yes. Right
perfect.
now I'm working. It's really a very big mall, and that mall only for it's like maybe who knows Florida. It's Bar Harbor. That mall. It's very expensive,
Mhm.
and they're only people who have very good
Okay.
money.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it is a high-end
Yes.
sales. Got
Yes.
it. Okay. Let's talk about you. Like, what do you like to do, with your partner? What is the things that you would like to enjoy in your life doing things together? What is that you like to do?
Yeah, thank you for that questions. First time, I love it life. It doesn't matter what happened. Doesn't matter because I know important what here. That's really important. If today, I am happy, that's not mean he gonna be happy too. So,
Hmm.
but just I have to understand him. This is the first time that it's like I like it life. I like it love. I like it respect each other. I like it be with somebody else. I like it follow two men. I like it be honest. I like it be happy. So why I am right now talking with you? Why you talking with me? Just because I cannot say I'm looking for something, but anyway, I know one personality is good, but if two, I mean together, this is best life.
Absolutely, absolutely. When I spoke with you, and I asked you about the hobbies and interests that you have, right? Well, besides, of course, you have to stay in shape, and you're actually a very active person, like jogging. You always jogging. You are, quite active and working out. But you are really down to earth type of girl. Your things that you like to do is going to the theaters, going to the cinemas, right? When you said that jazz is so important. You
I
love,
love it.
yeah, you love the
Love.
festivals. You love live music, like jazz music, and you like exhibitions and things like that. But you haven't mentioned like I want a trip on a private jet somewhere. Like everything like a 5-star luxury. I mean, of course, you're absolutely not going to turn it down, right? If there is a, a luxury vacation is offered, of course not. But you are not the person who is like, I gotta have all that.
No, absolutely no.
You are more focused on that really perfect connection. You know how to enjoy beautiful and simple things in life. Of course, you're not going to turn down, luxury things, right? But you know how to enjoy really beautiful and simple things in life. Like you like to go dancing, you like to go to zoo, it's I haven't heard too many women who are saying, what, zoo trips, I love zoo, I love parks, I like to go to the parks, so it is incredible. And you also you're the type of person who is always in a constant growth, like you are learning philosophy, psychology on your own, because you want to understand people better, and you actually want to touch the deep world of someone, right? To connect, really deep connection. That is what is important for you.
Yes.
All right.
I really love it. Best conversation. I love it. Totally smart people. Everybody's smart, but sometimes one personality more smart than another one.
Well, yeah, when you are with a partner, it is about blending in, and it is about learning from each other, right? Because you might be more advanced in some topics and he might be advanced in other topics, but it is that exchange, it just grows together, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so what are the, let's talk quickly about the plans that you have in the future. How would you divide those plans? Like, what is the plan that is in your mind? What is the first? What is the second? What is the third that is most important that you are trying to achieve right now?
I believe very soon I will have a family.
Yes.
Because I like it, wake up and make somebody else breakfast, or he is going to make for me breakfast. I love it. So it's like we have new day and somebody else with me. I like it. I really just enjoy, because for me, life, this is a family. I know I can be alone, but I would like to have family again, because it's just because my inside wanted. I hope we will have kids. It doesn't matter for me or he has. So anyway, we will learn each other. We will work together. So I think so everything is going to be fine. I'm sure.
Yeah, you also mentioned when I spoke with you, you also mentioned that, there is a couple of things that you also would like to do with your special someone. Well, first of all, you want to be involved in a charity work, right? Because you were really deeply involved when you were back in Moscow. You were working with the kids and everything, and this is where your heart is. And you said that now in this chapter of your life, you want to go back to doing the charity work, and probably you will choose working with kids as well, right?
Yes. And I just wanna it's like add two things. Can I say about myself, I'm business woman? Yes, but first time I think so I am wife, and second time I am businesswoman.
So the first priority, you are the woman, you are the wife, you are the partner, and then business comes second. Fantastic, wonderful. And you also wanted to explore the world and travel a little bit with your partner, right? To learn things together.
Yes,
fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, so Tanya, you are a very easy person to get along with. You have this welcoming, warm, and kind personality that any person who would meet you in person, they would feel it. You are just a really open book. You are who you are. You are very honest. You are very, straightforward. You're not going to be lying or sugarcoating some things. You are like, this is me. I am real. I am, vulnerable, real. And yet, in the experiences that you had in your life, it didn't make you a hard person. You're still warm, you're still open, you're still giving, because this is who you are. And this is incredible. So somebody is going to be absolutely lucky to have a woman like you, to have a partner like you. And, let's get busy to get you that lucky man to get this precious gift as you are in his life. All right, so if you're interested in meeting Tanya, and you can meet her either in our Dominican Republic Love Tour or our California Love Tour that is coming up, or you just want a personal introduction to Tatiana right now, and if you do have a personal matchmaker who is working with you already right now, then contact your personal matchmaker as soon as possible. So she will set up the introduction with Tatiana. If you don't have a personal matchmaker yet who is working with you, then let me know and we will get you a matchmaker assigned to you for the introduction with Tatiana. And Tatiana, she is right now in the United States, so you can meet with her pretty much anywhere, either in USA or Dominican Republic, Caribbean, or in California Love Tour, or in person right now. So let us know about your interest, and we can't wait to get you introduced to this incredible, incredible lady. Все. Все, ты ее сделаешь, Сун, да? Да. Все, я тебя отпускаю, все велит. Да. Ну, если уж на крайняк, я бы, в принципе, она очень высокая, видишь, у нее там 1,83 м, что ли, ростом. Вот. Но посмотрим, если что, я могу, может, билеты там куплю.